dough like it's a pizza roll. From where the picture blurry like the easel broken. They be pushing powder like ski patrols. Mafioso, keeping low unless you need to know, you don't need to know. Steve Austin, you can see I'm cold. I just DDT'd him with the even flow.
Welcome back to 1000 Winters Media. People are lining up outside of Silicon Valley bank locations, frantically trying to pull their money out after reports of the bank's collapse. We got some footage of that, so let's check it out.
What do you mean the bank is out of money? Insolvent? You only have enough cash for the next 3 customers? Hey, what's this?
Just kidding. Here's the real footage. Though it is a weird coincidence, huh? So I remember seeing footage of Brexit. If you don't know what Brexit is, look it up. It was this big world-changing event. Power shifted, and it ended up collapsing the economy of a lot of regions across the world. And I remember seeing people line up. They were lining up at banks to go to their ATMs, and they just couldn't get their money out. And I remember looking at that like, man, wouldn't that be crazy if that happened over here? And lo and behold, it looks like that is what is happening. And so I really started to look around and try to figure out exactly why this happened.
The legislation I'm signing today rolls back the crippling Dodd-Frank regulations that are crushing community banks and credit unions nationwide. They were in such trouble.
And what I'm seeing is the bank took a loss on the purchase of some bonds. For those of you who don't know, the bank is gambling with your money when you put it in there. The bank is taking your money, going and doing business with it, and then they give it back. That's what they're supposed to do. So they took a loss on the purchase of these bonds. That's what I'm hearing. And stock market prices started to fall because of the news. And people began to panic and rush to take their money out. And it caused what is called a bank run. And what is a bank run? Well, it's pretty much what that Simpsons clip showed us, when people panic and start to go to the bank and withdraw their money because they fear that it's going to collapse. And that essentially just kind of puts the nail in the coffin in the situation. And as you can see, this little blurb here states that banks are insured for up to $250,000. But here's the issue. They're reporting that, I believe it said it was 17 billion in that bank. They're reporting that there are billions in that bank. Billions. And I am hearing that Silicon Valley is essentially saying this is a mass extinction event for startup companies. And there are a lot of people who were in exclusive agreements with this bank and who were recommended to this bank. So a lot of very, very, very rich people are very, very scared today. And I think back to seeing the footage of those people overseas rushing to get their money out, and their cars weren't working. And it seems like more chickens have come home to roost in this country, but it gets even more interesting. Apparently, they are not bailing them out this time, y'all. And I saw an announcement. They're talking about how the taxpayer will not be on the line for this event. But, you know, you remember this happened before, 2008, I believe. And the issue is that once